There are trees.
What an amazing city, the Magnolia Bakery. And the red velvet cake, I really feel like making it. Obviously, not only did I eat the red velvet cake in New York, but I also bought myself a copy of the bakery's cookbook. So, we'll be making together the original recipe taken from the cookbook. Ingredients for 3 9-inch round cake layers: 3 1/3 cups of cake flour, 1 1/2 sticks of softened butter, 3 large eggs, 2 1/4 cups of sugar, 6 tablespoons of red food coloring, 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt, 1 1/2 cups of buttermilk or whole milk yogurt, 1 1/2 teaspoons of cider vinegar, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda. For the vanilla frosting, 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of fresh whole milk, 2 cups of sugar, 4 sticks of softened butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract.
A temperatura ambiente e 9 grammi di estratto di vaniglia.
Now, let's make together the red velvet cake layers, which of course are red in color. So, place the room temperature butter in a mixing bowl and beat for at least 10 minutes with half of the sugar. Now add the remaining sugar along with the eggs, one at a time. Once blended, add the vanilla.
In questo caso io
I'm using vanilla extract, but you can use the seeds of a vanilla pod or vanilla powder. The red food coloring. And once incorporated, the sifted unsweetened cocoa powder.
l'impasto è pronto.
The dough is ready. Now remove the bowl from the mixer and add the buttermilk, in which the salt has been dissolved, alternating with the sifted flour. Mix in the baking soda, which has been dissolved in cider vinegar. All that's left is to divide the dough into 3 9-inch round cake pans and bake in static oven at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes, testing for doneness with a toothpick. The cakes are cooked to perfection, so leave them to cool and move on to the frosting. Pour the cold milk into a saucepan, whisk in the flour, and stir until dissolved, with no lumps. After that, place over low heat to thicken. This Reminds me of when I was looking for the Magnolia Bakery in New York, and when I found it, there was a lady making this famous cake right behind the shop window. So I couldn't resist entering and tasting it. I must say it was really, really good. Here we are. The mixture has thickened, so transfer to a container. Cover with cling film, placing it directly on the surface to prevent the skin from forming, and let it cool to room temperature. While the frosting and the cakes are cooling, let's go on with the rest of the frosting recipe. That is, place the softened butter in a mixing bowl and beat with the vanilla extract and the sugar until you have a pale, fluffy mixture. As you can see, the mixture is bright white and fluffy, so beat in the previous one that has come to room temperature. And now let's assemble the red velvet cake, starting with the first layer. If the cakes come out of the oven slightly dome-shaped, just level them off with a knife, as I did. Then spread the first layer with the resulting frosting, using a spatula. And repeat, stacking the 3 cakes on top of each other. The red velvet cake is completely iced in white frosting. So, if you happen to have a rotating cake stand like this, which by the way I saw in New York, hold the spatula straight as you rotate the plate. And do the same on top to make it smooth. Crumble the cake scraps and use the crumbles to garnish as desired. Now the red velvet cake is ready to be eaten. I can't wait. See you next with the recipe.